Hello everyone, welcome to Apti Place Academy for Civil Services. This is a video on daily news and editorial analysis which I'll be covering from two important newspapers, that is the Hindu and Indian Express. So the most important news and editorial of the day would be discussed in this session. So let's get started with today's topic list. Today is 8th of December. The first topic is Nagaland seeks Armed Forces Special Power Act repeal. Amid the death of the civilian, the government has finally decided that they would request the Union Home Ministry to repeal it. Second, hydrogen sulfide suppresses the HIV. This is a new finding that we'll see detail about this. Third, AK-203 rifle to be rolled out in the UP facility that is being established basically in the Korba region in the Uttar Pradesh. Second last is UAE to switch to 4.5-day work a week. See the changes, how this is going to impact the work culture for other countries as well. And the last is health account number required close scrutiny. So this is an editorial from the Hindu. Apart from this, at the end of this video, there would be some MCQ based question. These questions would be based on current affairs that will help you for the upcoming prelims examination. So without any further delay, let's get started. And those of you who are new to our channel, do not forget to subscribe Apti Place Academy for Civil Services on YouTube. If you like this video, if you find this video informative, do not forget to press a like button. So first news, that is Nagaland seeks Armed Forces Special Power Act repeal. This news pertains to General Studies paper 2 in mains. Functions and responsibility of union and state and issues challenges pertaining to federal structure, right? What actually has happened recently, that the killing of 14 civilian in Nagaland because of some misconceptions that has took place. The government has not yet clarified was the reason being there, but the Nagaland government has demanded that they would ask for the repeal of Arms for Special Power Act, right? So what the government of Nagaland finally decided, they have decided to write to the union government to immediately repeal this law, which was enacted in 1958 and still is in force in particular state of Nagaland, many other state as well. मैं आपको एक मैप दिखाऊंगा जहाँ पे कौन कौन से स्टेट्स में अभी भी आसफा एक्ट इम्पोज्ड है, वो आपको जानने को मिलेगी. Now the law gives security forces sweeping power in the disturbed area. Law means the Arms for Special Power Act empower the security forces और उनको बहुत ही ज़्यादा उस एरिया में पावर मिलती है ताकि इंटरनल सिक्योरिटी के जो कंसर्न्स हैं, जो थ्रेट्स हैं टेररिज्म को लेकर के, उसको कंट्रोल करने में. Now cancellations of Hornbill Festival amid the incident that took place in Nagaland, the cabinet of the state has decided that they would be cancelling the yearly Hornbill Festival in view of mourning announced by the deceased to express the solidarity for the bereaved families. ये अगर बात करें हॉर्नबिल फेस्टिवल की, दिस इज एन 10-day annual festival that attract a lot more tourists, which is going to be start from 1st of December, right? Actually start होनी थी but उसको cancel कर दिया गया, marking this Hornbill festival is being organized on the occasion that marks the Nagaland attainment of the statehood in 1963, right? The tourism department has been asked to wind up the festival bearing the entrepreneurial activities with strong solvent and closing ceremonies. So where still the Arms for Special Power Act exists, this act was enacted actually 1958. So this is again important for you. Year आपको ध्यान होना चाहिए कौन से ईयर में इनैक्ट की गई थी. And this gives the power to the armed forces to control the area. It is still imposed in Nagaland, Assam, मणिपुर में है एक्सेप्ट इम्फाल, राइट? इम्फाल के जो म्यूनिसिपल एरियाज हैं वहाँ नहीं है. अरुणाचल प्रदेश, दैट इज पर्टिकुलर रीजन्स, मेघालय, जम्मू एंड कश्मीर, एंड इट इज लिफ्टेड फ्रॉम मिजोरम, पंजाब एंड चंडीगढ़, राइट? So this is a map that gives you clarity about the present basically deployment, or you can say the enactment that is still there with the Arms for Special Power Act. Hydrogen sulfide suppresses human immunovirus, that is HIV, something important for General Studies paper 2, issues related to development and management of health. So researchers at the Indian Institute of Science, ISC, and their collaboration have identified that hydrogen sulfide is again a significant component in terms of a gas basically that suppresses the immunodeficiency virus. HIV को suppress करने में जो H2S gas है वो बहुत हद तक मदद करती है. How does it help? It was found that the increased level of H2S, that is hydrogen sulfide, has a direct effect on reducing the rate of virus. जब गैस बॉडी में इंक्रीज होती है तो जो वायरस की प्रोडक्शंस है उनको डिक्रीज करती है ये, एंड इट ऑल्सो हेल्प कि जो मल्टीप्लिकेशंस है उसको रोका जा सके, राइट. सो जो वायरस की मल्टीप्लिकेशंस हैं HIV वायरस की, उनको बढ़ने से रोकती है, उनको रिड्यूस करती है. Now, this can also be used as an antiviral therapy, antiretroviral therapy की बात करें. So this paves the way for the development of more comprehensive antiretroviral therapy against the human immunovirus. And the scientists have recently begun exploring the beneficial effect of H2S, right? तो जो हाइड्रोजन सल्फाइड है वो किस तरह से HIV इन्फेक्शंस में बोथ ऑक्सीडेटिव स्ट्रेस और माइटोकॉन्ड्रियल डिस्फंक्शंस जो है उनको किस तरह से क्योर कर पाएगी, एंड इवन इट कैन गिव मोर इम्यूनिटी टू द पीपल हु इज एक्चुअली इम्यूनो कॉम्प्रोमाइज्ड. So you can see this image. This will help you understand that this is the image of HIV negative and this is the HIV positive. So this is ART. This is ART plus H2S, that is hydrogen sulfide. तो जब वायरल लोड में इसको साथ में दी जाती है तो देखा गया है कि बहुत हद तक जो reactivations है वो कम होती है. So you can see this, it has gone down, right? So with time it is decreasing. Now AK-203 rifle to roll out of UP facility, something which is important for Gender Studies paper 2, bilateral regional grouping and agreement evolving India's and affecting India's interest. So the manufacturing of AK-203 rifle will begin to start. The central government has given a final load and the clearance has been given by both countries, that is India and Russia. तो एक जॉइंट वेंचर स्टैब्लिश की गई है बिटवीन बोथ कंट्री. दिस जॉइंट वेंचर इज नोन एज इंडो रशिया राइफल प्राइवेट लिमिटेड दैट वुड बी सेटअप इन कोरबा इन अमेठी डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑफ उत्तर प्रदेश. सो कोरबा कहाँ पे है? दिस इज इन द अमेठी. तो ये आपको प्लेस वेन्यू पता होना चाहिए. एंड दे वुड बी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ओवर 5 लाख AK-203 असॉल्ट राइफल. अभी भी जो हमारी पैरामिलिट्री फोर्सेज है वो इंसास राइफल यूज़ कर रही हैं, विच इज़ नाउ अ डेज नॉट दैट इक्विप्ड या फिर उतनी अपग्रेडेड नहीं है. इस वजह से जो हमारी डोमेस्टिक मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है उसको बढ़ाई जा रही है. स्मॉल ऑफ शॉर्ट आर्म्स जो है खास करके AK-203 जिस तरह से असॉल्ट राइफल है, दे वुड बी गिवन एंड दे वुड बी रिप्लेस्ड विद इंसास. Now the first 70,000 AK-203 rifle would be produced in phased increase, and that would be extended to the localization from 5% initially to 70% in India. And this would indeed promote the Make in Manufacturing India, जो Manufacturing India है, जो Make in India के initiatives है in terms of defense manufacturing, this would be promoted by this, right? And the rest of rifle would be produced with 100% localizations. Since 2019, Russia and India specialized to have completed huge amount of preparatory work जो कि optimize करती है price और tech parameters and their contract, right? Apart from this, Russia is a country which again is a good partner in terms of defense procurement. तो बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें हैं जो हमें रशिया से मिली हैं. So if we talk about the India-Russia deal, that is still in pipeline. So we have seen AK-203. There's Akula class nuclear submarine attack submarine which is there. Kariva class fighters which is there, right? You can see this is an image. These names are important, right? तो आपको कम से कम ये पता होना चाहिए कि कौन कौन सी चीजें एक्चुअली रशिया से अभी तक पाइपलाइन है और वो हमें हेल्प कर रहे हैं, right? Now airfares is still there. S-800s, Kamov utility light utility helicopters. This is a joint venture between HAL and Russia Helicopter Limited. Additional Sukhoi aircraft and Kamov Ka-31 helicopters, right? This is S-500 millimeters and the status is approved, right? So these all are the peripheries and you can say the level of advancement that we can see between India and Russia. Now looking at the defense ties between both countries, so Russia is the world's second largest importer of arms to India. US account for 34% of global export and Russia account for 22%. right? And most of the Russian arm import goes to these following countries. First is among India. India is ranked first, जहाँ पे रशिया सबसे ज़्यादा आर्म्स import करती है, export करती है. This is the exporting country. Second to China, and then to Vietnam. And India is the world biggest importer of arms, right? 12% of share in global arms is coming to India. Where India buys weapon from, 62% जो हमारी weapons हैं वो हम रशिया से बाय करते हैं, बाकी 15% from US and 11% from Israel. So this data is again important if you're writing in essay or any other sort of paper. This type of factual data become very important for you. तो ये आपको ध्यान होना चाहिए कि 62% from Russia, 15% from USA and 11% from Israel and rest from other countries, right? So and then you can also read this infograph talking about how the S-400 Triumph is again important. 600 kilometer range की missile है. It can deploy within 5 minutes, capable of firing 3 types of missile, can be used simultaneously for 100 drone targets, right? तो ये कुछ बहुत ही अच्छी engagement है रशिया के साथ, which is actually helping India to advance their military equipments and all sort of state-of-art technology. Now, UAE to switch to a 4.5 day work week. This is something which is important. General Studies paper 2. Effect of policies and for developed and developing countries. Recently, the United Arab Emirates government have announced that they will shift to a working week from compromising to 4.5 within Saturday and Sunday weekend. पहले क्या होती थी, Friday is a day that was considered, Friday and Saturday weekends होती थी, अब weekends को shift कर दिया गया है. Now the weekend would be considered between Saturday and Sunday, right? Why Friday was off? Because the people in Dubai, Saudi, United Arab Emirates and Saudi, they go for prayer on Friday. The reason being it was considered as a weekends off. Now, why this decision was taken? What was the rationale behind this decision? The decision by UAE is to be implemented from 2022. This is actually 2022. Just to correct you, आप इसको करेक्ट कर ले. दिस इज फ्रॉम 2022, राइट? न्यू ईयर जब ये स्टार्ट होगी उस समय से ये चीज़ों को इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे. एंड द यूएई इन द पास्ट ईयर हैज टेकन मेजर्स टू मेक इकोनॉमी मोर अट्रैक्टिव to foreign investor. If you see globally, even in India, weekend is considered as Saturday and Sunday. Friday is a full-fledged working day. So there might be some problem they would be facing. Reason being, they have shifted it to Saturday and Sunday, right? So because और उनकी जो अभी खास करके सऊदी अरेबिया से बात करें, they are chasing them. The economy rivalry is there, so they want to compete the other countries also. The government said that the move would ensure smooth financial trade, economic transition with the countries that follow Sunday and Saturday as a weekend, right? तो ये facilitate करेगी stronger international business link opportunity, and thousands of UAE based multinational companies align करेंगे अपने आप को with the global players as well, right? So this is the reason why they have shifted to this particular decision. Now, health account number require closer scrutiny. This is again an important editorial and eye-opener editorial that talks a lot more about the health spending and out-of-pocket expenses. This is important for General Studies paper 2, issues related to development and management of health. So what this editorial talk about? So there are 5 important subheads that I'll be discussing with you. First is national health account sources. Lowest spending on health, capital expenditure, more sign of distress, and conclusion. So the entire editorial talks about out-of-pocket expenses जो recent में National Health Authority या फिर accounts की जो data दी गई है उसकी reality बताई गई है, एक अलग perspective बताई गई है कि जो out-of-pocket बताई गई है, expenses कम हुई है, क्या वो actual में कम हुई है, उसके cross argument है और उसकी analysis है इस editorial में. So in this context, अगर बात करें National Health Accounts की, which has recently submitted its report. The report was taken from the data from 2017 and 18, and it shows that health की जो spending है, out of pocket expenses है, वो पहले से कम हुई, right? And it also says that the health as a percentage of GDP has increased to a holistic high of 1.35%, which is not too much. अगर आप दूसरे countries से compare करते हैं तो ये अभी भी काफी कम है. And finally making a breakthrough of 1 to 1.2% mark of GDP. पहले इससे ज़्यादा होती नहीं थी, अब ये बढ़ के 1.35% तक गई है. Now, talking about out of pocket expenses, if you talk about आउट ऑफ पॉकेट एक्सपेंसेस या फिर OOP, तो इसमें देखा ये गया है कि तो शेयर ऑफ हेल्थ एक्सपेंडिचर हैज कम डाउन टू 50%. दिस इज व्हाट द नेशनल हेल्थ अकाउंट हैज टू से. तो इसी एडिटोरियल में इस चीज़ की एनालिसिस की गई है, क्या एक्चुअल में कम हुई है या फिर लोगों ने अपने हेल्थ की स्पेंडिंग में ही खर्च कम कर दी है. So increased public spending is a decline in out-of-pocket expenditure is actually the realization that what step forward has to be taken in terms of achieving the financial protections. However, if you talk about the national health account number, that need to be carefully scrutinized before jumping into any conclusion. So we'll scrutinize, we'll analyze the editorial in that context only. So first is the national health account sources. क्या sources उन्होंने ली हैं जिससे उन्होंने ये एक conclusion दी है. So the national health account captures spending on the health by various sources that tracks the schemes through which the fund is channelized. जो various providers हैं at the time of the period on the given geography or given area. Multiple data को combine की गई है to get an estimate. And if you talk about out of pocket expenses, the biggest part of the national health account is using by capturing household social consumption in India, health service sample survey by the organization. So this was actually done by the National Sample Survey organizations. उसके डेटास को लेकर के आउट ऑफ पॉकेट एक्सपेंसेस की कंक्लूजन्स भी ली गई है, which experts suggest is not a good idea. Now, lowest spending on health की बात की गई है. India's total public spending on health as a percentage of GDP in per capita items की अगर बात करें, that is lowest in the world. This is true, and which is also evident. We have seen recently in this that जितनी भी GDP की spending होनी चाहिए per capita items के हिसाब से वो काफ़ी कम है. So there have been policy consensus for more than a decade. जो public spending है that has to increase at least 2.5% of the GDP, but अभी हमारी total consumption अगर जो बात करें allocation से वो 1.35% के आसपास है, right? And however, this has not been any significant increase so far. Now, the union government traditionally spend around third of the total government spending, whereas majority is borne by the state government. So, health is again a subject where state government mostly take care of it. और increase अगर बात करें national health accounts पे 2017-18 की, this is largely due to the union government expenditure. For 2017-18, सेंटर ने अपने शेयर पब्लिक स्पेंडिंग में ये बताई है that the health sector has jumped up to 40.8%. However, ये जो स्पेंडिंग पैटर्न है ये कॉम्बिनेशन है by the Ministry of Health, Welfare and Ministry of Ayush, right? So the expenditure has marginally increased of 0.32% of GDP from 0.27. तो जो पहले 0.27 थी अब वो सिर्फ 0.32% तक इंक्रीज हुई है, which is inefficient in overall jump. Now if we talk about the capital expenditure, जो प्रॉब्लम है, प्रॉब्लम ऑफ अकाउंटिंग कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर विद इन द नेशनल अकाउंट फ्रेमवर्क इज काउंटिंग एक्सपेंडिचर फॉर अ स्पेसिफिक ईयर दैट लीड टू सीवियर ओवर काउंटिंग, राइट? एंड इफ we take the expenditure, जो current health expenditure है, that has gone down only by 0.9% of the GDP, and this is only a marginal increase from 0.93% of previous year, right? So even we have not increased half of the number, it is marginally increasing by some 0.%. That is evident now here. Now, more sign of a distress की अगर बात करें, National Health Account estimate shows that out-of-pocket expenses share the GDP as a reduction and less than of the total expenditure. और NSSO की जो डेटा थी suggest that the time period utilization of hospitalization has declined compared to 2014, right? और ये जो decline experts ने कहा है कि this is not actually that people are well, but the reason is that people have not actually inclined to spend on the health, right? तो ये out of pocket expenses is essentially due to the decline in utilization of care rather than getting financial protected. ऐसा नहीं है कि लोग financially protected है या फिर healthy है, but लोगों ने health की तरफ खर्च करना ही कम कर दिया है, right? This is a reality. Now, what is the conclusion that we can draw from this editorial? That with increased investment as a health, it become very important, and health become a cheaper, and people tend to access more and more. right? Since it is very likely that people needed for healthcare decline, but the current government health expenditure has not increased much. So it is evident कि ये ज़रूरी है कि 2.5% of GDP कम से कम होनी चाहिए, right? This is something which is essentially required considering the fact that COVID has also impacted our country severely, right? And thus, out of pocket expenditure measure the NSO that could be an underestimate, and it fails to take into account the expenditure of the richest sections. So we have to work some intervention from the private player also has to be there. The health insurance need to be make more affordable. जो हमारी अभी भी health schemes है, term insurance है, that is pretty on the higher side, but should be make affordable so that people can actually afford it and avail it, right? So this is how the conclusion goes for this editorial. Now moving ahead with the MCQ questions of the day. Before I proceed, just to tell you the answers of yesterday questions. For the first question, the correct option is B. For the second question, the correct option is D. Today's MCQ, SanDisk recently seen in news is related to GI enabled tracking system for sand dunes, social security scheme for differently able, instant messaging app for GOI, and a news for fertilizer developed by ICR in New Delhi. So I think most of you must be aware of the correct option. Let me know how many of you know the correct answer and write that in the comment section down below. Second, moving to the second question of the day. Security Appellate Tribunal, a SAT is a statutory body established under the provision of SEBI Act 1992. The presiding officer of SAT shall be appointed by the President of India. So this is about the terms and the appointment procedures. So if you know, do let me know in the comment section down below and participate in the question answer series which we are doing on a daily basis. So this was this was all about the daily news and editorial analysis followed by the MCQ questions. If you have any other concern, do let me know. I'll be more than happy to assist you. For time being, I'm signing off. Thank you so much for watching.